Greetings, Goddess, Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your Goddess Guru, and you all know I love helping the sister friends align with their life purpose. Y'all, it's all about stepping out of the generational trauma, the past life, wounds, hurts, and blocks, and step fully into our destiny. So, yeah, that's what I'm here for. You here for that with me? I know you are. How is everybody doing on this fine Wednesday morning? Hi. We were up late last night. Oh my gosh, we weren't here until after 10:30 my time. I'm in Central Time, and I was just hyped. So I didn't go to bed until like 1. It may have been after 1 o'clock. So I'm just like, as my niece would say, just on the struggle bus over here. Not really. And there she is. Mystic Storm, probably somewhere like right down the corner from me. We're going to meet soon, sis. I can't wait. Just let me get past this week. Woo. Okay. So, yeah, I wanted to come on this morning, just like I do on every Wednesday morning, and deliver our retreat. Yeah, we're going to have a nice little midweek mini retreat. And it's actually the topic that I have chosen for us this morning is inspired by our discussion last night. We talked quite a bit, those sisters who were with me on camera and the sisters in the chat, the chat, were talking about gratitude. So we're going to have a mindfulness practice today that is all about gratitude. And yeah, I can be 100% with you all. I have said this to, people before that, we hear about having a gratitude practice and it sounds cliche. Have gratitude, have gratitude. Um, and once I started working on becoming someone who has a business, this is who I am now. I have a business and this is what I'm going to do. I just have made a decision. Eventually, I'll get to a place where I make a full-time income through my business. Every step of the way, the most successful entrepreneurs I know, people who are, pretty much making millions at this point, they all have some component of journaling and some component of gratitude. And they teach it. They talk about how this is absolutely part of what makes a successful business. And so I know firsthand that doing gratitude daily is making a huge difference. It's making a difference, not just for me as a business owner and a spiritual teacher and guide, but as it's just shaping my life. Last night we talked quite a bit about how Black women, Afro women, and I know that it's Black women in the United States, Black women in the Americas, to include the Caribbean, and even Black women everywhere. But I just lump all the women of color together. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. The more I check out a lot of the white women and all their privilege, they have some serious issues going on too. But a lot of us were talking about how we Afro women struggle to get well. It's difficult. It takes us longer. Like we're gonna get sicker faster, quicker, die quicker, faster. And when it comes to us moving ourselves forward, it takes longer. So I want to offer to you this gratitude practice because it will help or just having a gratitude practice. It's literally how we are able to open ourselves up to see what is it that we need to do to move forward. Because sometimes it just seems like it's just trauma all around us. Things just keep happening. It's either we feel society is doing our people as a whole wrong, or a lot of us are victims of our own people. Let's be real. Let's be 100. And so what we have to do is begin to find a way to shift our reality. We cannot accept this. We cannot just say, well, this is all I have. I encourage you to not push back against it in terms of just adding energy to the resistance. Um, we might have to resist, um, like daily reliving our trauma. We may have to, take that time to say, no, I'm not going down that path because it never leads me to a good place. We may have to resist emotional eating, but what we want to do though is to begin to open ourselves to see possibility. We want to open ourselves to making the path to healing as easy as possible. Okay. And one of the ways we do this that is completely free. I have paid a lot of money. Some of y'all have paid me a lot of money to get well. I actually have paid people to learn about this gratitude thing, to be honest with you. Uh, but you don't have to do it because I'm telling you right here, right now, I am telling you one of the quickest, fastest, easiest ways out is through gratitude. And it won't solve every problem, but I can tell you what, you definitely will be able to find solutions to the problem. And, the other day when I went live, I don't remember when it was, there was a sister who came on who was just really struggling. She had just gotten fired and needed that job because she needs income or whatever. When we are in gratitude, it makes situations like that, it helps to put us in a place of trust because we can see all of the things that are working in our favor. But when we keep taking stock of everything that's going wrong, then we are going to land in a place where it feels like we just keep sinking, sinking, sinking deeper, deeper, and deeper down into the miry pit. So I want to encourage you all. We are embarking upon one of the greatest manifesting moons in this year and for a good long while. This is one of the best. We have the nodes of the moon in Taurus. This is such a good time. The other node of the moon is in Scorpio. And I'll have to start talking about that a little bit more actually, because we have another eclipse coming in May, mid-May. And so this is such an opportunity to just say, you know what? I'm not living like this anymore. I'm not living from my wound. Not gonna do it. We have to get fed up. I remember I saw this lady, her name is Barbara. She's a Zumba and I'll call her a Zumba trainer that I just loved training with her when I was in Zumba. And I had noticed Barbara had gained a lot of weight at the beginning of the pandemic. She looked good. She was fine. And in the middle of by the end of the pandemic, I was like, see, this is why I quit teaching Zumba because Zumba is just so much cardio. It makes people gain weight. I was like, case in point. And then all of a sudden, maybe about a month ago, I see her post this picture, and this woman is smaller than I've ever seen her. In all the years that I've seen Barbara, I have never seen her this small. And she's like 50. She's definitely older than me. She is, you know, several years older than me. I'll put it that way. And I was like, wow, like you look amazing. She said, I was like, you've inspired me. I've just been really trying to figure out what do I need to do to donate this weight. She said, you just got to get fed up. You just got to get fed up. And I was like, done. Okay. I'm watching you. You apparently know what you're doing. You're older than me. So I have no excuse about, well, I'm in my 50s. Okay. And that's what I told myself. I was like, all right, make yourself fed up. So I just started getting fed up, fed up. These last few weeks, I've just been really telling myself I'm fed up. I'm fed up with excuses. I'm fed up with, you know, this up and down and my weight, like, seeming like it's in that direction instead of that direction. And and so that's what we all have to do. And it's starting to work. I've been telling myself, you will work out. You will. That's why I put out what my weight is, what I'm going for, what date I'm shooting for. I'm telling y'all, I posted on my Instagram. In my Mighty Networks, I've been listing when I'm working out. I'm putting myself out on Front Street because I'm fed up. And this is how we have to get when it comes to our healing. We have to just get to that place where we say, I am tired of feeling miserable. And we don't have to know the way out. But gratitude actually can be a very important tool that we use to get out of it. Good morning, Queen Eileen. Welcome. Good morning to the goddess Virgo Bliss. Great rising. Yes. You just get tired of excuses and not moving forward. It is really it really we really do have to do that. When let me see. When I see Queen Afua doing her thing on Instagram, I was like, you know what, Bliss? Bliss, I feel the same way actually. There are days when I'm like, I don't know if I'm cut out to be a businesswoman. And then I'll see a Queen Afua ad. I'm like, I'm sorry. What did you say, Tyra? I'm sorry. Can you please repeat yourself? Okay. Yeah. I thought so, Tyra. I'm like, nothing. I didn't say nothing. Okay, these have got to come off. Ooh, I try, but I can't take it. Plus, I had them on last night with the sisters, Eileen and Mystic Storm and Ashley, so I could hear y'all well. Yeah, yes, Queen Afua is really amazing. And she actually is such a great reflection of us all. For me, that's what I see when I think about people like Queen Afua, Iyanla Van Zant, Maya Angelou, Venus and Serena, Justice Ketanji Brown. I just start thinking, Oprah, um, they are examples for me. I no longer have an excuse. Oprah, one of the most wealthy people in the world. I have no excuse for why I can't have it. Oprah came from Mississippi. Do y'all know how poor people were in Mississippi back then? Like, Mississippi was known as the poorest. We had the poorest county in the nation. We probably tied for several southern cities right about now, or southern towns, because the South, whatever. But yeah, I have no excuse. I have no excuse. She did not come from money. And I say this is what our ancestors, this is what our ancestors set out for us to do. And I will not move from my position that we've come to take our people, our lineages in a new direction. I don't care how much wounding we've had. It's most likely all of us have had significant wound, not all of us, a large number. Because there actually are Black people my age, I'm 52, who were raised up in a great family. They don't have this kind of trauma. They might be traumatized from, other things that have happened, but not all Black people raise their kids up in trauma. So, that's a blessing. That we got to really start saying, how do I take this trauma and transform it into a victory? How do I transform it into a resource? How do I transform it into a lesson and move it forward? Because when we heal ourselves, we're healing everybody, especially in our lineage. But I say in the whole African Afro consciousness, the whole Afro consciousness. Okay. So yeah, we are going to what? I'm from Jackson, Virgo Bliss. There we go. Oh my gosh. It's been 2 months off my routine. I weighed myself and I was very surprised I lost weight. It probably was muscle. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But I hope you like that. Virgo Bliss. Okay, so we're gonna do a mindfulness practice based on gratitude. And then after that, I want to talk a little bit about yes, Virgo Bliss. And then I want to talk a little bit about the lymph system. I want to start talking about that a little bit more. Um, will y'all tell me how this sounds? I have to add it in actually. Yes, let me know how it sounds if y'all would. Is it too loud? Too soft? And then we'll get started. Okay, I'm probably going to start talking. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay, beautiful. Alrighty, so if you would just go on ahead and find a comfortable seated position. And let's just take a deep breath in, inhale, and a long, slow, deep breath out. Inhale. And a long, slow, deep breath out. Sorry. Ooh, sorry about that. It's time for me to do my belly dance. Beautiful. Let's take another one because of that ringer. Inhale. And a long, slow, deep breath out. And let's just begin this practice of gratitude by just noticing something simple that you're experiencing right now. It could be seeing the sight of a tree swaying gently in the wind, or feeling a warm cup of tea or coffee in your hands. Could be feeling the warmth of the sunlight on your skin, maybe the experience of comfort from the chair that you're sitting on, or just the simple wonder of pausing in the middle of your life to engage with this practice now. And choosing one simple thing to notice in this moment. Allow it to fully absorb into your experience, and letting appreciation and gratitude arise and fill your body and your mind. Appreciation for this one simple moment right now. Now, reflect on someone you don't know very well who has supported your experience today in some way. Could be an Uber driver, person who stacked the fruit in the grocery store, the author of the book you're reading right now, or maybe the inventor of your cell phone. But just reflecting on someone who you don't really know, who has supported you in some way. And allow yourself to feel how you benefited from the gift of their work. And just allowing yourself to feel some appreciation and gratitude. Beautiful. Now, thinking about the tools that you use that support your life and your work. Tools like your computer, books, equipment, or even the buildings you occupy. Considering all that was needed for their creation, knowing how much these things have benefited you for your work and your survival. Beautiful. Just feeling some appreciation and gratitude that you have access to these tools. And now feeling gratitude for the people who you work and live with. Perhaps thinking of a particular person whose work or effort directly supports your work and life. Appreciating their contribution, their good intention, saying in your mind to them, thank you. Now bring to mind someone who you really care about, someone who makes your heart sing in some way. Picture them in your mind and think about what this person means to you, what you appreciate about them, who they are, and what you've experienced together, and the impact they've had on your life. And as you imagine them, notice what feelings you're experiencing, what sensations you detect in your body, especially those in the area around your heart. And let yourself express gratitude towards them. Thanking them for being who they are and for their presence in your life. And imagine them receiving your gratitude, feeling it. Now, bringing to mind something in particular that you're grateful for today, something that made a difference to you or that you especially noticed. Perhaps it was a smile of someone on the street, someone's kind words, selfless action, just feeling the appreciation and the gratitude you have for its presence in your day. And as you bring these things to mind for what you're grateful for, allow yourself to rest in this experience of gratitude. When you cultivate this practice of gratitude, you may even find yourself able to be grateful for difficult or unpleasant experiences. And if you'd like, bring to mind an experience in your life that might be a little challenging one which for which you'd like to be able to express gratitude for challenging you in some way. Just offering your appreciation. Thank this challenge for what it may offer you. Expanding this feeling of gratitude for your body, and gratitude for your mind, and your emotions, your energy, and gratitude for the simple fact of being alive in this moment. It is truly a blessing to be in a body, even with all its trappings. It is a huge, huge gift. And finally, appreciate the opportunity to pause and experience this very practice of gratitude for all that you brought to your mind during this practice, for all the countless gifts in your life. Say thank you. Thank you to all the people, mm, to all that is around you and part of you, for all that you've experienced in your life, for all this. Thank you. And allowing the sense of gratitude to fill you completely as you breathe in and out, in and out, and settling your mind on your breath here and now, fully alive and present in this moment. And finish with a full deep breath in and a long, slow, deep breath out. And gently and slowly opening your eyes, returning your awareness to where you are. And if you would like to extend this practice, cultivate the habit of thinking about something that you feel grateful for every morning, right when you wake up. If it helps, feel free to write about it in a journal. You might also try expressing appreciation today to a person for whom you're very grateful, simply saying thank you. I hope that was nice. I hope that you enjoyed that. Okay. So, oh, that felt so good, man. I needed that because I am challenged in my energy and I feel nourished after that. So I hope that that was helpful to you all. And the other thing, yes. Oh, beautiful, Eileen. I shall. I love that. I'm glad to hear that. I'm just going to do just a little bit of meridian tapping. We're just going to do the 4 thumps. So just inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, thumping on your stomach meridian. So I can imagine my meridians are off because I have been ultra busy. And so I want to make sure the meridians keep going, thumping on the meridians every day. So let's go to right here at our collarbone. And now here on our breastplate, this is our thymus. Um, meridian. I can't remember what exactly it does, but it's a part of this lady's whatever her system. So I do it, and then inhale and exhale. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna do figure eights, just all in your energy. You can do it maybe at the chakras. That'll give you a system. Inhale and exhale, but make the figure eights. You can do it, up above your head. You can do it at your heart chakra, throat chakra. Maybe I'll do it at my throat chakra first. And at my heart chakra. Oh, I am feeling better. Solar plexus right here. Sacral chakra. Ah, I'm at. Let me use one finger. Root chakra. And then watch this. You can take your arms big. Okay, so yeah, I think that's good. Okay, I feel better. So the figure eights, I guess I just by habit put my headphones on because I'm like, why did I just do that? But yeah, the making those figure eights, it creates your energy is crossing. A lot of times I just think, okay, people say things all the time, but I say question them. So, I don't want to be confronted by y'all, but I say I think I first had Don Ruiz um say this, something like don't take what people say, question everything. I think it was him, the author of Don Miguel Ruiz. I think he's the one who said that. I heard this years ago. Question everyone. And I tell everybody, be my aunt. Because a lot of times, when I would go to spiritual things, they would say, don't cross your hands, don't cross your arms and legs. You want to keep everything uncrossed, even though we sit in a lotus position. That's like a very spiritual position. Um, Come to find out when we're dealing with the meridians, oh, you want everything crossed, baby. We want to cross it. Cross it. Now, do we want to be open and receptive at times? Yeah. But in general, we want our energy to communicate. We have energy on different sides of our bodies, and we want it to communicate. And once I learned about it, the teacher that I learned from with the energy medicine, she says that people's energy will be homolateral. She says an example is like when we are driving for a long time, where we're just going straight, and then we have those straight lines on the road, like everything affects our energy. We have those straight lines on the road. Um, we can feel ourselves getting tired. And so that's when it's important. And that's because our energy isn't crossing. It's like matching that, just going straight, matching the lines and the direction that we're driving just straight. Um, and so what happens is you start feeling drained because that's something I've dealt with, especially since I was perimenopausal, or started experiencing perimenopausal symptoms. I started noticing energy is like something that I used to be the Energizer Bunny. Everybody was like, wow, she has a lot of energy. And then I started saying, no, like my energy, like I would feel sick. I dealt with chronic fatigue at one point. I would be so tired. I felt ill and I was depressed a lot because of it. And so once I learned that, I always like sometimes Queen of Four. I feel like Queen of Four. Queen of Four does stuff that looks a little weird. And it's because she's working on the energy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't follow Queen of Four a lot, but the little bit that I do remember about Queen of Four, she does work on energy. And you'll see her, it might look Egyptian or whatever, but Queen of Four knows what she's doing. She's crossing, we got to cross our energy. And so, the infinity sign is one of the ways that we can do that. It's also one of I relate this to one of the feminine symbols is the infinity symbol along with spirals. You can spiral yourself if you want to. And, earlier we talked about moving past trauma. A lot of us have such a deep connection with our trauma because it's stuck in our bodies. And so doing things like balancing our chakras and working on the energy, using energy medicine, Reiki. I even think massage therapy, getting lots and lots of massage therapy, anything that gets that moving, and it has to be multiple modalities. I actually would say yoga is a really good um, medicine for getting the energy in the body moving. It's why some people like it so much, but they think yoga, just doing yoga is going to heal them, and they couldn't be further from the truth. Because I'm like, mm-mm. How many people have we seen doing yoga? They look good, but it's like something is not right. And Eileen told me about this video called Heal. And there was a lady in there, big time yogi, and she ended up with stage 4 cancer of some sort. I can't remember. And so, even she was like, I thought I was good, and I can't even remember everything that was going on with her. But she started doing some work on her energy, and she actually made a comeback from it. I don't know where she is now, but that movie, I mean, wow, let's just say she did a lot of energy work because it's not just about doing the yoga. I always say you need to have a multi-pronged approach. I'll summarize it with that. Okay, Virgo bliss, not a problem. Hey, Ashley, good morning, Queen. Okay, Ashley has said it exactly the way I feel it. We have a hangover from the after party. I know I'm like, only 4 people are on. Everybody's like, child, child, child. Yes, Eileen, it. Ooh, Holly Springs. I bet you know some of my I got a friend who's from there. He's from Nashville too. So I'm like, okay. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna say I remember going to Zumba convention. I think it was probably my second Zumba convention in Orlando, and there was a DJ. Like Zumba people, we're crazy. Well, I'm not a Zumba instructor anymore, but we're super crazy, like wild, and we're just like over the top for the most part. And so at the hotel I was staying, there was a Zumba party in the hotel. I think I had more fun at that Zumba party than I had at any time at any of the socials at Zumba conventions. So that's what it feels like here. Okay, so let me see if I can bring up a graphic of some sort. As a matter of fact, I'm so glad I'm talking about this because I said I have to okay, Chica. She kind of tricked me. I thought there was an article on here. But anywho, let me find something different because I'm just like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we really doing? Ah, here we go. So from the eclipse. Okay, Ashley, thank you. You just got done doing the hypnosis, and I would love your feedback on that, Ashley. Ah, good. I loved it. I was smiling and feeling good. Yay! Day 1. I'm gonna get mine in a little bit. I love it. I love it. I love it. I honestly just heard, "Watch how this transformed your lives." I just heard that from my guys. They were like, "Seriously, do this hypnosis for 21 days and you are going to see a huge shift and difference." And I had already been doing it, just testing it out, seeing that I like the sound, the volume, what adjustments needed to be made. And so, yeah, I've actually been doing it and I saw a result. Last night, I had thought, I wish that I had a goal of how many people I was hoping to join me in the retreat. And when I got on, I saw someone's name and I'm like, "What?" There was one person who I was just like, "Okay, I missed it by one person." I went on ahead and started. I felt happy I had kinda gotten close, and then I saw somebody's name who I hadn't seen prior to. She signed up right at the last minute. I was like, "Oh my god, it's working. It's working." So I've done that hypnosis probably 2 days in a row. Okay, so let me pull this up because I wanna talk about the lymph system. And I'm just pulling this graphic up because, oh, yes, Eileen, and I will continue to plant seeds. I sure will. I sure will. So the lymph system is something that one of the reasons it's important to talk about that is we have a lot of energy in Pisces. Pisces rules the lymph system. And, I can see why Pisces rules the lymph system because, you know, Pisces rules what's hidden and it has to do with water and the lymph system. It is so hidden and Pisces is real what's the word? It's a very receptive energy. It's lot, it's just like I'm just going to take it easy, go with the flow. Um, Pisces is not getting stressed out about a whole well, we'll worry about stuff, but if you find an aggressive Pisces, they probably have a lot of fire in their chart elsewhere or whatever. Um, but it's like hidden, it's like way to the back and like not a lot of energy if I'm being 100. So that's what the lymph system is like. The lymph system is a system that is highly neglected. Nobody even really understands it if they don't go out of their way to understand it. And it's very slept on, which is very Piscean. It's very Piscean. So, on my path to healing, during my when I was in the throes of that perimenopausal phase, um, I was so desperate to get relief that I eventually started learning more about the lymph system. And last year was really the year that things kicked off. You know what? Last year, right around the time Jupiter went into Pisces, is when I got hot for the lymph system. And so now I had already known about the lymph system, and let me go get my little brush. I use this brush. It might look a little dirty. It's not super dirty. It's probably just the color from my skin on it. But anywho, I just went to Walmart or Kroger or something like that and bought this brush. It's typically one that people would wash with or whatever, but I bought it. I like the long handle because I wanted to be able to, dry body brush my body. And so I've body brush for years. And but what I learned last year was like the proper way to work with your lymph system And but I have dry body brush for a while because the lymph system, like I was saying, Pisces is not an aggressive sign. It's like, come on, Pisces, we got to get Pisces to move. Come on, you know. And so that's the lymph system. It doesn't have its own pump. And so one of the ways we can make the lymph system move is through dry body brushing. So I've dry body brushed for a while and give thanks for that. But what I began to learn, because I had some really weird stuff going on. For instance, I remember when I was probably about 44. Yeah, I remember at my initiation into Yamaja, we were in Ohio, somewhere in Ohio, and I forgot my soap. And I thought, oh, I'll just use the soap that's here because I had already had this reaction to soap that I had used for years. I thought this soap was, I had this huge rash come all over my body. And when I went to my nurse practitioner, she was like, um, it might be some detergent, some soap. And I was like, "Pff, no, I've used this for years. I don't know what this rash is." And it came back so harshly. I eventually had to get a cortisol shot in my butt. Finally, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try not using my soap. And sure enough, that's what it was. And I remember going to my initiation. I had forgotten my natural soap. I was like, oh, I'll just, use the soap that's here in this bathroom. I was so broken out. So that was like the first thing that started happening. Things like I can't eat red foods. I remember I used to love Bing cherries, and I would always wait for, like the season when they're in, go to the grocery store, buy a bag. Oh, heaven, love them fresh. I don't like them if they're like in a syrup or whatever, but fresh, love them. And I noticed I would go straight to sleep. It took a year for me to realize, no, you're not tired. It's these cherries. I was like, what? And then I just noticed I can't eat things like cranberries. I can't eat anything that's like reddish, purplish. I used to love eating beets. I can't eat beets. Um, anything red. And so I was like, okay. And nobody could explain it to me. I went to the priest and priestess retreat. I was like, I am having this weird thing go on. Is there anyone who you maybe can, is it like a chakra thing or whatever? And after I had COVID, I couldn't drink coffee. I can't eat chocolate. I can't um, eat cauliflower. I can't eat blueberries. Like, seriously, all this stuff was happening. And I'm like, pretty soon I'm going to be in trouble if I don't get it together. And so once I started listening to more about the lymph system, I said, oh, I'm toxic. My body is toxic. I need to get this lymph system moving because, of course, it has to do with moving the waste from our bodies. And we already are overloaded just because, we live in a world that the food, especially if you're in the United States, some other places, the food isn't as bad. I know the food in England could be a little bit bland, but that food tasted different. That food tasted different when I was there, and then, of course, when I was in the Dominican Republic, it was like it was definitely better than the food here. It's just so chemical laden, what's in the air, what's in the water, and so if we don't go out of our way to detox our lymph system, then these kinds of weird things start happening. I also have, like, this little nodule right here. I've gotten it looked at, it's fine. It's like a lump, and when I press it, I can feel my lymph system draining. Um, and so another thing with the lymph system that I didn't realize is how much, if it's toxic, I was feeling tired. And it can mess with, I'm not an expert I am a health coach, just to let y'all know. I do have qualifications and credentials, but this is not my area of expertise. I don't have an area of expertise yet in connecting the lymph system with our intuition. But in my mind, Hormones and the lymph system are things that women should focus on in order to bring more connection to their intuition and entrusting their bodies to know what to do and all that kind of good stuff. And so, ever since I started working on the lymph system, like for instance, when I dry body brush, when I do my face, I feel energy automatically. So let me see y'all's comments so far. Okay. Ooh, I love that. They are going to manifest. I just heard they are actually like touching and agreeing with you. Ah, y'all are so sweet. Quality over quantity. The ladies here are solid. That is true community support and love. I so agree, Eileen. Does the eclipse energy have an orb? Yeah. You can basically say, Ashley, that the eclipse is on your sun. An orb for an eclipse, easily 10 degrees. Easily. 4 degrees, basically, that's right there. You could just say it's right there on your sun. You will have changes. You will have changes. Um, you know how I said it last night in the the retreat, and that's just how it is. It's your son, so for sure it could be the sun. Well, make sure you look at that class that I created, Ashley, inside of Padilla for the mini retreat, the Taurus retreat, because I talk about what does it mean if it happens on your sun sign. And so yeah, the sun has to do with career. It also could be there is a gift that's going to get unlocked. I want to. I'm going to show y'all something else, and I say that do this now, Ashley, so that you can get the. I make no money off of this, but make no mistake about it. I use this all the time for myself, even as an astrologer. So astrolotta.com and just scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you will see. Where is it? Uh, oh, right here. Personal transit calendar. Okay. So go in and register. I'm going to show you how this works. Oh, y'all don't see it. Sorry. I forgot. Hold on one second. I'm going to back up. Okay. So first I went to Astrolata. And like I said, I make no money off of this whatsoever. But let me tell you something. If you have a major transit coming up, like an eclipse on your sun, let me close out. Mhm. Okay, so you go to astrolotta.com, scroll down until you see personal transit calculator, and then you can you have to register if you're not already. And once you log in, you go to your transit. I'm going to do my 7 day. Let me see what my free one looks like. Okay, so what you'll see, Ashley, is this thing right here. That stands for an eclipse on your sun. What this does is gives you all your active transits. And I'm going to tell y'all, you should always get a reading. Like seriously, get readings howsoever in between the readings. Use this transit calculator. It's the next best thing if you don't fully know astrology. Um, because it will help you so much. And so this right here is showing me I'm having an eclipse on my moon. Now, what I love about it is and you get 7 days free, but you can pay for, like, I don't know, it's like short spurts. I typically buy 90 days for other people in my life. But when you click there on that transit, it tells you exactly what that transit means. Okay? It tells you what that transit means. So, um, I think that's really important. But one thing for sure is that the eclipse on your sun is gonna do something for your career, and it could potentially unlock um, something regarding like a gift or a talent, or it takes your gifts and talents in a new direction. And then the other thing that I'll tell you, Ashley, that's coming to mind is I know that your son is in your fifth house. It could help you birth something regarding a business, a career, something that you really enjoy. I know you're highly creative, so it's like maybe you're gonna start just finding that you're just doing way more creative work. But again, it could have something to do with dating. It could bring in a man into your life because the sun is, you know, masculine. It could bring in children into your life also. So it's a huge big deal, and I highly recommend that you go do that. So many pollutants and preservatives, yes. Eileen, the nurse, thank you. The lymphatic system is a drainage system. It is important to tend to it. Yes. I know I need to detox my body, um, detox badly. It is sore. My arthritis is really bad right now and has been since being in Minnesota. You know what, Virgo Bliss, that is actually one of the things that I found. Now, I again say it does take a multi-pronged approach. I take CBD, I take collagen. Um, what else do I do? CBD, collagen. It seems like it's one other thing that I do also. Oh, magnesium. Those 3 things started making a huge difference for me in my joints because I noticed I was experienced quite a bit of joint discomfort. And also, if my weight is higher, then that was making my knees hurt too. And so once I started working on the lymph system, I just noticed everything, it just like brings it all together. It helps to bring it all together. Less joint pain, it is as if the lymph system, working on the lymph system, will help to almost heal everything in the body. Hold on one second. Ah, okay. Um, so definitely try it out for that. Okay, good. Yes, words create worlds. Philadelphia, Mississippi. Shut the freaking front door. Okay, I'm gonna put that up. What was Choctaw and Chickasaw nations? Yeah. My IC and Mercury are all there. Taurus 0 to 14 degrees. Yeah, expect change. It's here. Congratulations to the goddess Ashley. Welcome to your new world. My grandmother is Choctaw from Louisiana, grandpa Choctaw from Mississippi. Wow. Wow. Yeah. We honor the natives of this land. I was thinking about what Queen Diza was saying about how Martinique has like a lot of ancestral wounding. So beware about coming there. And I thought, you know what? We all dealing with that. I know living in the South for sure, but I just say the entire United States, all of the Americas. It's a lot of healing we need to do for our these lands, for the native people of these lands, their descendants. And so, yeah, we all got to just show up. The more we heal ourselves, it's going to heal this land. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I just want to give y'all a few of my like what I have learned from using doing working on my lymph system. And again, I'm sharing as someone who is a practitioner. I'm not like somebody who teaches any of this. But Ugh, right here. This is where the lymph system drains. It starts here. I'll point like this because that's your left. It starts on your left. Okay. This is my left. So it starts here. And you, like in the morning time, before I get on the scale, I rub my left lymph, not lymph node, right here at my collarbone. I rub it. And then you just pat it like that. And then you go to the right side, which that's your right. This is my right over here. And right here. And you rub it and rub it and rub it and rub it. So, and then you just lightly tap it. And then you want to go back here behind the ear at that knob, like down the side of the cheekbone, down the side of the neck towards that collarbone, that node right there, that nodule, and you just rub it. And like when I do it, I even feel like I start sniffling a little bit, and then you rub it and you rub it and you rub it and you rub it and you rub it. And then you pat it. Now it's you do left first, and this is your right. So it looks like you're right, but it's my left. And then you come on the other side behind that ear and you rub it and you rub it and you rub it. And then you pat it. I don't know why I didn't question them back in the day. They said start at the feet. So that's what I did. Did a search. They said start at the feet. But once I started working with people who do this for a living, they were like, no, we don't start at the feet. We start here. And I said, it makes so much sense because I always felt so much better after I, dry body brushed my face. And I'll even dry body brush my nose like that. Oh, it feels so good. Um, Now, other places like hot points, when I say hot, is like these are really good points to work with, are the ones that are under your arm. And you just, you know, massage it and pat it under the other arm. And I always do left to right. I go left to right. And I know it looks like I'm doing right to left, but um now something that else that I did learn about, like I actually part of my strategy for keeping my boobs healthy is I massage my boobs. So my mom, when she got diagnosed with breast cancer, it was in her lymph nodes. And so that's definitely one of the places I massage, but I also will massage my boobs. It's like I work and I know I have less or whatever, so it might take some of y'all longer. But it's like touch every part of your boob and just see, do you feel any sensitivity? I'm not a lymph node specialist, but I just say when I feel sensitivity, then I'm just going to spend a little extra time. And it's not even, doesn't have to be super hard, actually, just some gentle massaging. And I'll just keep checking throughout the day to see, is it gone yet? Is it gone yet? And so last year, after going through what is called the lymph summit or something like that, just totally ditched every bra. I don't wear bras anymore. Some people wonder, why do I have on tank tops all the time? Do I live somewhere tropical? No, I don't. Um, I also wear these because I was like, this is my remedy for avoiding wearing bras. I got to have something that I can put on that I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This was just my remedy for it. I've seen other people, I can't remember who showed something, I don't know. But I don't want anything on this part at all. Now, the other thing is right here. It's called the glimph system. Glimph. Never heard of it until I was a part of that lymph summit. But the stomach has its own lymph system. Its own lymph system. And so I'm too big for no bra. You know what I say is when you can unstrap them, it's like important to not have a bra on all the time and go braless when you can. I don't have big boobs. I don't know what it's like, and so I can only defer to you all on what to do. But I will say that that is the remedy I could best see moving forward. And every all of the big boob gals, y'all gonna have to like consult with one another to see is there something out there that can help you. It's really more about keeping the tension off of here, because what's happening is the lymph system is being smushed. It's like blockage whenever we were wearing, something tight. And so if it's all the time tight, I'll put it that way. Because sometimes maybe there's like some compression stuff we might want to do. I don't know. Anywho, I honor the big boob gals. And I'm not gonna tell y'all what to do. Um, okay, sleep with no bra. Yes. It helps your lymph flow. Yeah. That's the biggest thing is we've got to give the girls we it's not even the girls. To a certain degree it is. It's more of, and y'all know what? Now I think about it. I remember my godmother had this lady come and talk to us. This lady was very holistic in her approach. And I'm holistic, but she was more holistic than me because she was like, I would never go get a mammogram. And she was like, if you don't feel comfortable not getting them, you should get them. Um, she said, but let me tell you what I would do if I were you. I would jump up and down as much as I can with no bra on. And even the big boob gals, I'm gonna show you what you can do. You can just get on. This is my I don't know if y'all can see it because I can't really see too well without my glasses. You can get a rebounder and just bounce up and down. Like you don't have to like go super hard. Just bounce a little bit and you can just hold your girls, okay? No bra. Hold the girls. Or maybe put on like a piece of fabric to kind of like give them a little bit of support, but you want the fabric to not be super tight. And then just a nice little bounce, okay? Because the lymph system, it actually is it's just like Pisces. Oh, I hope y'all heard me. I forgot. I have the microphone on. It's just like Pisces. It's easy going. It just needs a little bit of bouncing. Even just before I got my rebounder, I would just bounce up and down. Oh, y'all saw I'm not matching. My husband and I were laughing yesterday. He's way more stylish than me. He's like GQ for real. He's the black GQ. And I told him, I was like, let me tell you how I pick out my clothes. I pick out my clothes based on what do I want to wear. I'm not picking my clothes out to match. I wanted to put on red today because I was tired when I woke up. And I love these new little jogging pants that I have. I love joggers. I'm Venus and Aries, so I love fitness looks. And I was like, oh, I need to make sure I don't let them see I'm not matching. But y'all know me. Okay, good, good, good. I wear them less non-sleeping. Good. Yes. Yeah, Virgo bliss. I have not been able to wrap my mind around not getting um my boobs smushed. Don't care about it, doing it because it's been too many people who didn't find a lot of people found the lump themselves, but it's been a lot of people who didn't know anything was there until they went and got that screening and they're alive today. So, I haven't made the choice to not go and I'm not going to. Uh-uh. Georgia Tan was from Philadelphia, Mississippi. Oh, I love that name, Georgia. She had an orphanage in Memphis where she stole children for decades. Check out her story. Wow. Yeah, Mississippi people and descendants have a look. Oh, wow. Oh, I feel better ever since I started showing y'all how to work the lymph system. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good, Ashley. Eileen said she been an A cup her whole damn life. Eileen, I tell everybody, my mama, she gave me a big booty, but she did not give me any girls. She kept all the girls for herself. Okay, so the glimpse system is the same thing. You rub it, rub your belly, and pat it. And on our little fella over here, you could see that, it's everywhere. You can't see down into the legs, but lymph is throughout the body. And honestly, I have more energy when I work on my lymph system. And like I said, less joint pain. I have not been able to add foods back in, but I can eat a little bit. Like as long as I don't overdo chocolate. I've tested it because I make this Coca-Cola cake that my mother-in-law used to make. It's her recipe. And when I make that cake, it's like I can tell myself I will not eat Coca-Cola cake. I'm doing other things. I'll go buy something that's, healthy, little sweetish for me. Doesn't work. I'm gonna eat the Coca-Cola cake because I want it, period. Um, and so I found out there's a limit that I have. I can eat just this much, whatever that is. I don't actually know the number, but I can eat just a little bit and it's not gonna kill me. It's not gonna like zap me and drain me. But if I eat too much chocolate, so I can push the envelope a little bit, but I just find I feel so happy. I plan on doing more research, but I can't believe that the lymph system is not connected. It's not like a very important system to women. I can't believe it. I believe with all my heart that lymph and hormones, these are systems that the endocrine system, the lymph system, slept on, but when we start living our lives. So for instance, I was telling some friends who are going through perimenopause, I said, let me tell you something. We no longer look at losing weight based on, well, let me change what I eat or even exercise. Let me do this exercise. It looks like it's a good one. These are the things that they say about it. No, no, we don't. We do everything based on our hormones. I eat according to my hormones. I don't care what diets they say out there are the best diets. No one is going to tell me how to eat. Only my hormones will tell me what to eat. And so, because I've tried a lot of different things, and my hormones were like, you can do it if you want to, but we're not, we're showing you this is not working for you. And so, once I started eating for my hormones, largely insulin, I would say that would probably be the number one hormone for people to focus on in this culture is insulin. And once I started focusing on, okay, how does this affect my insulin? It started making all the difference because having that insulin, like keeping the insulin high because I was eating so much sugar and so many carbs, it was just spiraling my energy out of whack. It was creating all kinds of problems. And then once I learned, no, you want to eat in a way that you control insulin. You want to minimize insulin just always being in your system. And so I started eating in a way that would minimize. So, for instance, intermittent fasting. Once I started intermittent fasting, that meant for a huge chunk of time, like for me, I might stop eating. Well, no, not might. I tested it and figured out 3:30 p.m. my time, I don't eat any more food unless I went a long period of time between what I ate in the morning and 3:30. I do not eat after 3:30 in general. And then I will not eat again probably at this juncture in my life until easily 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I never in my younger days imagined I could go that long without eating. And I did have to kind of step my way up. Like first I started out with making sure I went 8 hours without eating. And then I extended it to 10 and then 12. And so now my goal is 14. And I don't plan on going past that, unless that's what my body indicates. But what happened was having those windows where there was no insulin being released because I was eating, then I began to realize I had more energy. I felt happier. I felt better. I felt more in control. Cravings weren't like crazy or anything like that. And then, and so now that's how I largely choose the food that I eat. How much is it going to keep my insulin low? And it's a whole thing that we got to learn about insulin because insulin just, yeah. And then the same with the lymph system. Now that's why I have a rebounder. I have a rebounder because I'm like, no, I've got to work on my lymph system. I already see that I have something going on because I got these little nodules that are, when I go there, they're like, no, nothing is wrong with it. They'll scan it and say nothing is wrong. And I'm like, no, this was not always here. Something's wrong. So yeah, I'll massage it and feel my little nose or whatever. So when we begin to live our life, keeping our hormonal system balanced and healthy, exercise according to the hormones. For every woman, she has to look at how is that exercise regimen affecting her hormones. The best exercise for the hormones is walking. Why do we give up walking? Why what are we doing? Why do we do this? Cuz we all want to be slim sexy baby. Um and then with the lymph system, every day it's like what can I do to help my lymph system? What do I need to do? How much bouncing do I need to do? Dry body brushing, lymph massage is another one that we can call it. And I am getting ready to go back to this stuff that I had ordered. Some companies make herbs specifically for the lymph system. And so when I first found out about it, I ordered all these herbs. And I really did notice a big difference because I know I found another two of these little lymph nodule things. I was like, I need to get back on some herbal supplementation. So that's available also. Okay. I'm bottom heavy, nothing else. And my sister's opposite. I told my mom, where's the balance? Eileen. Oh, I love it. Lymph and hormones. Oh, yes. Sleep is important to keep hormones balanced. Yep. Queen of Food does an inversion every morning at waking. That's how I learned about the lymph system. Yeah, look, Queen of Food, I'm not going to be a vegetarian or a vegan ever again. But, and I don't know if she still promotes that because, like I said, that's what she sort of leads with those kinds of things. And I'm just not doing it. So I don't really listen. Is she still doing that? But she knows what she's doing. That's one thing I honor, the Queen Mother for that. Yes, high insulin makes you age. Since becoming aware, I do eggs and oatmeal in the morning. I do intermittent fasting too. Yes, I love it. Inversions are the ish. Yeah, and it's so interesting. One thing that I have learned and I appreciate is the only meaning something has is the meaning that we give it. And you talk to one group of people about eggs, they'll dog them. You talk to another group of people about eggs, they're like, we gotta have our eggs. S- to me, it's about what works for you. Because I'm like you, Ashley. I'm gonna eat eggs. I may not eat them every morning, but I used to. Look, I'm a little bit like, can I get an omelet? Like, can somebody come and make me an omelet? I'm tired of these eggs. But everything I do in the morning, I break my fast with fat, actually, because fat is not super, um, it's not super, it doesn't raise insulin as much as protein and carbs. So I break my fast with cashews or almonds. And I have a shake that I drink, Shakeology. Eileen mentioned Beachbody last night. So I drink Shakeology, which has a nice amount of protein. I don't know what it is about Shakeology, but it's like when I don't use Shakeology, I don't know, something just gets awry. And I don't all the time want to drink it. But when I don't drink it, I don't know. It's like I have a lot of cravings. It's weird. And then I'm gonna go into a high protein breakfast. And I actually, since I can't eat the standard American breakfast, I can't even do a lot of fruit. I go days without eating fruit. I do not eat a lot of fruit. I don't Fruit is not beneficial to my body. Plus, I can't eat half of it. So I do green apples. That's my latest jam. Can I do any other fruit? I think I can do cantaloupe. I'm really slow to eat anything in excess for the most part, just because I've just had so many foods get taken away from me. Um, but apples, green apples are my standard, and so I don't even eat a lot of apples. I've started eating salads for breakfast. Yes. I started eating eggs every morning now for about 2 weeks on the days that I eat. I love that. Yes. I take what resonates and I leave the rest. That's how we need to be. We need to trust our gut. We need to trust our intuition. Yeah. I didn't know you use Shakeology, Eileen. There we go again, twinning. Um, so yeah, let me see if there anything else I want to talk about. Because now that we have done the workshop, and I would feel like I want to talk to y'all some more. I got to figure out how to make those workshops. I want to make sure they're the most beneficial and all y'all's questions get answered, or that you can ask me afterwards. But anywho, now it's time for me to focus on the Black Dance Festival at the nonprofit where I work part time. I'm the social media manager, and so I've got to go post on for global. I'll be working at the event, not just teaching one class, but helping to be a host and all that kind of good stuff. I'm trying to order the personal transit calendar, but it's messing up. Her YouTube account was hacked and not on YouTube. What? Me too, Eileen. Her YouTube account was hacked. Poor Lotta. I feel so bad for her. She's such a sweet person, but she has weird stuff happen to her. And she may not have been hacked. It's so many really. Uh, Ocean Funke was commenting last night. I'm looking at how do you know her account was hacked? She has so many people who log into that account. All those that's sad. That sucks. If Lotta's account her is her whole thing down? Oh, hold on. Oh my God. That's crazy. That sucks. I'm so happy she started putting her man, it's a lot of videos gone then. That channel had a lot. They be hating on her. Hopefully it'll be back up. I saw it on her Twitter. What? Wow. Thank you for letting me know because I bought a lot from her. So my videos might be gone. Oh my God. But she did create a separate channel and started that's where the videos typically go. I'm in shock. But Lotta actually has a lot of things happening like that. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I don't oh, that's why when I go on her transit calculator, that video is gone. No, my classes are here. Hallelujah. Thank ya. Ooh. Wow, Lotta. Wow. But Lotta, when I first started learning astrology and taking classes with people, I remember thinking, well, the oracle told me, do not call yourself an astrologer because I thought, oh, well, maybe I'm supposed to be an astrologer. They were like, no, you're a priestess who does astrology. So I was like, okay, yes, mamas. But I would notice things like there would be weird sicknesses that would happen, just weird stuff that would happen. I remember when Lada was teaching her all about the houses webinar. Every time, every house we went over, Lotta would experience because she would be dropping into the energy of that house, thinking about like what to teach us. She would experience some topic that has to do with that house. And I think it was the eighth house. I'm pretty sure Lotta got sick. She was sick with the eighth house and the 12th house. It took her forever It took her forever. I'm patient. I trust Lotta. She has never let us down. She is rock solid. And, she, she went so long without doing that 12th house webinar. I wrote in like, "Are we ever gonna get the 12th house?" And, I can't remember what it was, but it was just something, and, the 12th house is like, things are lost. Things just go away. It took her forever to get the 12th house done. And, some other things that I've noticed, and it just makes me like, that's one of the reasons why I work with the energy. I'm like, no, let me pay attention to what's going on. That's why some days I'm like, wait a minute, I'm doing all this stuff on my YouTube channel and doing readings and stuff like that. I haven't done it for myself. I'll stop myself right then because, oh my gosh, this is like crazy. I did not know that was going on with Lotta. Poor Lotta. Mm-mm-mm. But she has a lot of pe- of these people who come on. You got to have some kind of way to log into her channel or whatever. I'm getting ready to change my password. Yeah, back up your stuff. Yes, my guides told me the right thing. Yes. I was like, "Ooh, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll call myself an astrologer." And they were like, "No, you won't. You're just trying to get away from doing priestess work. Being an astrologer would be easy for you. You're not getting ready to do that." I was like, "Yes, mamas. Yes, mamas. I'm listening. I'm listening." Okay. Thank you, queens. I appreciate you so much for being here with me. It has been lovely. And yeah, I'll be back here tomorrow. So you can't order the transit calculator because of that. Wow. Okay. Good to know. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Lotta has, she's always gonna be like the person I credit with getting me a good start in astrology. Victor is like my new like jam when it comes to astrology teaching. He teaches more than Lotta actually. Because I'm not always vibing the people who she has teaching on her channel. They're just not my energy. We don't have the same energy. But yeah, Lotta she's rock solid. She kind of got on my nerves a little bit at one point. I was like, this is too many conspiracy theories. Like, you say it's a conspiracy theory. Don't say like, y'all know this is true. Okay, that is true to you. But until you show me proof, it's just a theory. And I'm fine with that. So I hadn't listened to her a lot. She hasn't actually been on a lot. So wow. Okay. All right, y'all. So thank y'all. I'm just here running, 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 running. Because that just shocked my system. I'm like, oh my gosh, not the great Lotta. We must help her. But I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. All right, sisters. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you. And yeah, y'all know I'll be here tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful hump day. Peace and love. You like her because of all of her conspiracy theories. You're cracking me up. Peace, family. Love y'all.